In today class, we can discuss Azure CLI, Azure Terraform, and yesterday auto scaling group we face some issue, right? I mean VMSS. We can do through Terraform also that part. Yeah. Uh, let's close this first. Okay. So guys, Azure CLI, Azure Terraform, we can discuss today class. Okay. VS Code. Okay. So guys, Azure CLI. First we have to install Azure CLI, same like AWS CLI. Okay. So I think I have added a command or not. Yeah. So this is the command to install Azure CLI. Winget command you can use to install Azure CLI. Copy. So this repository is Azure Terraform repository. Inside readme.md file, take this command and oh, so you can check Azure AZ. Okay. Okay. So Azure CLI commands you can run AZ show, AZ get kind of things. AWS commands, how you are running AWS, right? Azure, just AZ is enough. Okay. So after install AZ CLI, you can give, for example, directly, for example, AZ account show. So this is my account details of the Azure. So from local, I'm going to fetch. Okay. So now you can see resource group name, tenant ID, subscription ID. Okay. Resource group name, everything I can see, right? This is my resource group name. Yeah. So now you can run some Azure commands. I think somewhere I have updated, not here now. Okay. You can take from GPT, Azure CLI commands. So first configuration is required, guys. Yeah, AZ login. AWS same AZ login. So the first command, first process is install AZ CLI and then AZ login command. So it will open one prompt here. So here, which account you are using now, you can go and check. Cloud user 97A something, right? A2077. This is different, right? Okay. So in this case, P82, let's check once. Okay, I think we have to go for different one. Okay. This is not matching, right? Different account. So email ID, which one? This one, username. Why this is not taking here? This is Azure user. Let's try one more time. Okay, so this is not taking directly. So we can run this command also. AZ login with code option also there. Yeah, this one. Okay. So now you can see login, use a web browser to open this page and use this code. Okay. And you can click, you can save, copy this code, copy, click on it. Now you can take this code, give the code. Okay. You can check now which account it is. 90. Okay. This is the one. 90. This one. Okay. So are you trying to sign into Microsoft Azure CLI? Yes. Okay. You have signed into Microsoft Azure cross platform. Now you can see, go to here. See, you are able to see your subscription ID and name. So now you have to select one. My end only one subscription is there, right? Your end multiple subscriptions are there. You can select which subscription you want to log in now. My end is only one. I'm giving one. Yeah. So now you can check AZ account show. Which account? 90. Clear na? So now you can run AZ commands. You can see here if you want to create a resource. We don't have permission to create a resource group. So in plural side, if you want to create a storage account, I'll need to explain the storage account. Okay. You can run this command AZ VM list. So no VMs are there, right? So that's what list is empty. So we can create our VM also. Let me create resource group I'm taking this. Just wait. VNet creation command, I'll check. Azure VNet CIDR. Yeah. So including subnet. Okay. So now you can go and run this command. So I'm creating a VNet resource group. Definitely will get an error again. So already resource group exists, right? You can go and check my resource group is this one. Sorry. So this is my resource group here. Yeah. So in this case, you can run this resource group. I'm not creating any resource group now. Okay. So in this resource group, I'm creating a VNet. Okay. So AZ network VNet create resource group is this one and name is my VNet, location East US, address is 10.0.0.16, subnet name and subnet also. If you want to create subnet, if you don't want to create, remove the subnet part. It's running now. So yeah, this is done. You can check VNet list. Okay. So you can see this is your VNet already created. So any command you can run same, but you can give AZ login command also, but in your laptop, it is taking into Microsoft Edge, but your account configured into Chrome. So then mismatch will come. In this case, you can run this command, use device code. So it will give a, you will get a one code, take that code and it's redirecting into some, it will be open some link, right? You can click on the link and redirecting into that link and give this code over there. So you are able to authenticate like that. Okay. Just run, click on this page and give this code. You are able to authenticate. This is the command. So go to here. Yeah, already given here. Okay. So you can use this command. So you can run multiple commands if you want to run. So creation of something VNet. You can create VM creation in same VNet. So you can, yeah, you can create this. Take this command first. You can. So create resource group. I don't want to create and resource group is this one and name is this one, my VM and image is this one, username and generate SSH keys and VNet name is my VNet, subnet is my subnet. Okay. Yeah. So you can take here. So you will get here. You can see. Let's, you can try. So VM is creating. This one also work, but we removed the argument here quotes. That's what it is saying, expected argument. So VM is running now. Same, not much difference. AWS CLI keys will be configured. Access the secret key. Here you can see users. Dot Azure also created here. Same like AWS. So 23 first, today only, right? 10:54. You can click on it. So here you can see configurations. Yeah, this is Azure information and profile. So here only the enter information will be stored, subscription ID, tenant ID, complete information. Okay. This JSON contains complete authentication process. So this will create automatically when you create AZ login command. Okay. But AWS, you can see only configuration credentials, but here multiple things will be stored. But you can see these and all previous one. 23rd only, whatever just now ran, this one, and this one. That's it. This is commands. This is another old one. Fifth 10. So VM is created. You can check Azure VM, Azure account, Azure VM list. Hmm. So this is a VM. VM name I have given my VM only. That's what it's created on the name of my VM. Clear now? Just I'm explaining the approach only, which command you want to run, which resource you want to run. It's up to you. So CLI process. Okay. Yeah. And our next important is Terraform. Yes, one thing you need to understand. Let me explain important thing. Hmm. Okay. So in VNet inside, excuse me, we are creating a subnet, right? Okay. This subnet, VM can create any one of the availability zone, right? So, uh, I mean, Azure hierarchy is like this only actually. Availability zone here, availability zone 2, availability zone 3. So while creating a VM, after select the subnet, let me show you, we'll get a clarity. If you want to create a VM, virtual machine I'm creating now, resource group, VM something RVM2 I'm giving here. So now you can see here, come down, disks, networking. Yeah. So you can select one VNet and subnet. So here ask why it's not asking availability zones. Image is missing. Region is okay. Availability options. Okay, Azure user and okay. Disks. Networking. Okay. My subnet. This is, for example, select. This is new one. This is mine. Okay. So now it is management, monitoring, advanced. Okay. Let's move back. Networking. So previous. Yeah. Let's take US, East US. Okay. See, now it is asking. Few regions in Azure, there is no availability zones. Clear now? So region acts as a separate data center. That's what US West, we are unable to see this option, right? Now you can see availability zone, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So now this zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 comes under, let's, you can create, you can select VNet. Now this is a subnet. Okay. Now this subnet inside zone will come. Understand? So now you can see this subnet inside zone will come. Yeah. So this is VNet and this is subnet. Okay. Subnet inside journals are coming. Zone 1, 2, 3. Clear na? So in this case, while creating a subnet, it is not asking any availability zone, right? But in AWS, if you create a subnet, you have to choose which availability zone. This is also one of the difference in Azure. Clear na? So in AWS, auto scaling group creation process, we have to give multiple subnets, right? Each subnet one agent it represents, right or not? But here we are giving only one subnet, right? In auto VMSS creation process, we are giving only one subnet. But subnet inside VM will create not directly subnet inside. VM will create zone inside. Understand? Now, if you create three VMs, na, VMSS automatically follows here VM2, VM3. Clear now? So, but this VM1, VM2, VM3 comes under same subnet, but not same AZ. Understand? So, simply I can say in Azure, subnet also work like a region. Understand what I'm trying to say? Then what about VNet? VNet also region. So VNet region inside you can get a multiple subnets. Understand? Each subnet inside you can get a multiple agents. This is very important difference you have to understand. In AWS, we have to create multiple subnets, right? For example, VPC inside subnet, you have to create. But in Azure comes under Azure, we no need to get a multiple subnets. Okay. So when you create a VNet, you can create a subnet inside multiple zones you can create. And this each zone again, disaster recovery, it works. So they maintain this is different area, this is different area, this is different area. Even zone 1 fail, subnet not fail. Zone to zone 3 still work. Clear now? The only difference in AWS and Azure, AWS subnet works AZ level, but in Azure, region level. Okay, let's go to now understand. So if you create a VMSS, virtual machine scale set, you can see here, I'm creating a VMSS. If you choose West US, again, no availability zones. So if I choose East US, we have availability zones. You can give any, it supports 3 zones. Flexible means 111, it will be deploy multiple VMs. And now tracking policy, you can choose here. Yeah, you can check here. Auto scaling, configure. So you know the process, right? Auto scaling configuration here. Here scale in, scale out. Okay. So default is 2, minimum is 2, maximum is 2 is the default set point. If you want to change, you can change to 10. So minimum is 10, minimum is 2, maximum is 10, default is 2. And conditions, scale out time and scale in time. Scale out time, if CPU is more than 80, add 1 by 1, 1 by 1, 1 by 1 server. Scale in time, if CPU is below 20, remove 1 by 1, 1 by 1, 1 by 1. This is the concept. Clear now? And here you can see next spot I don't want, disk I don't want, networking. Networking area you can see you are able to give, select VNet, you are able to give only one subnet only here. But in AWS we can give list of subnets. Why? These are high availability across AZ. Subnet represent in AWS. But in Azure, AZ represents. Subnet inside multiple agents are there. So one subnet is enough. Again, subnet inside, 3 agents are there. VMSS will create servers into multiple agents. So each AZ is a different data center, not same data center. Subnet here, group of data centers. Each data center represent one AZ or multiple data centers in one AZ also. So now if I select this my subnet, now server will create into any one of the subnet. Clear or not? Yeah. So same process now we are going to discuss here through Terraform. Okay. So guys, and very important thing you need to understand here. Let me show you clearly. Yeah, Azure Terraform. You can close this. Okay, let's come to here. And okay. Azure Terraform. Okay. So my end multiple directories are there, custom network and load balancer. Let's understand how to create a custom network in Azure. In AWS already we created, right? Internet gateway, NAT gateway, routings and all, etc, etc, etc. Here also same concept is there, custom network inside. If you can see main.tf. Okay. So guys, here, if you want to configure keys, I mean, AZCLA, first run this command, AZ login use device, this code. Okay, creation of resource group. I don't have permission, right, in plural set. That's what I commented this area. But I'm using what? Data block. So let's go and check my resource group name is this one, right? Yeah. Copy. Clear na? Now data block. See, Terraform concepts are same everywhere. So data block there we call AWS resources. This data block called Azure resources. Okay. Now Azure virtual network. I'm creating a VNet. So VNet name is what? My VNet I'm giving here. Location, I mean region where you are going to create. Here location is mandatory. We have to give. And resource group name is what? Data dot Azure RM resource group dot RG dot name. Okay. And address space is what? There's CADR, right? Here address space. That's what the names are different. 10.0.0.0.16. Next subnet is what? my subnet, resource group. Subnet should be this VNet inside, right? That's what virtual network name equal to Azure virtual network dot VNet. Here name guys, dot not ID. In AWS, VPC represents ID. In Azure name. In AWS VPC name, you can change anytime. But Azure, once you create a name, VNet, name we cannot change. Okay. Yeah. Next. So I'm creating a public IP. Why? Yes. While creating instance. Okay, let me show you. Yeah. While creating an instance, that instance, if you want to give a public access, you can enable a public IP. But in a manual process, you can choose automatically it will create, right? But Terraform, it's not supposed to create like that, right? We need a control, right? State file. If you create VM, everything will create means if you delete, everything will be deleted, right? So it's not like that. If you create a multiple resource blocks so that we can control everything. So Terraform is not giving like a here like that process. For example, if I select to create virtual machine here, so sorry. If I create a VM here, select here, VM3 is something you can give. Yeah. Here you can see number of availability zones are there, right? Select anyone. Disks, networking. So now you can see here public IP automatically creating here, right or not? Or none. But Terraform not supposed to create public IP automatically. We have to create, we have to attach, right? That's what here I'm creating a public IP. Okay. Public IP creating into which location? Same location, same region. And resource group name in Azure, if you create anything that should be comes under resource group only, right? So everywhere you have to mention this resource group, resource group, resource group. Which type of IP it is? Static I'm giving. You can give dynamic if you want. Dynamic IP will change continuously if you start a server. But static IP is permanent. Okay. Next. SKU is standard type. Next is what? Secret group I'm creating. See, network secret group I'm creating. Location again same. Resource group again same. Now, secret rules are what here? Priority 1001. Direction is inbound. In AWS, ingress, inbound and outbound, ingress and egress, right? So here security rule. So only rule I'm creating along with the NSG. My rule is what? TCP protocol. Destination port is 22. Source port run anywhere. Source port address anywhere. There 000. Here anywhere star. NSG creating, right? NSG can associate to VM or NSG can associate to subnet. NSG can associate to VM means we have to associate with NIC card, not VM directly, right? Same. I'm associating NSG to subnet. See, associate NSG with subnet. I'm creating a association, adding a which subnet it is. I'm adding. Next. NIC card. In manual process, along with the VM, NIC card will create, right? But in Terraform, we should have a more control whether which NIC we have to attach. Stateful should be store everything, right? So if there is no separate resource block, stateful will be stored instance create only. But along with the instance, NIC card created, IP created, it will not track by stateful. To make a track, we have Terraform is giving individual resources. Now, Azure network interface, NIC card I'm creating. Same location, same resource group. So name is this one. This is the subnet. This is the public IP address and dynamic. Okay. So understand here one thing is this NIC card attaching to where? See. Okay, let me tell you. I will get a clarity. I'm creating a VM first, right? VM creation process, which resource group, which location, size, username, see NIC card. We have to attach NIC card to EVM, right? But this process will create automatically in manual process. So NIC card already I'm creating here. So this NIC card I'm attaching to this VM. Clear na? Now this VM, see here, this NIC card attached to VM and again subnet attached to NIC card. So NIC card is interface between VM and subnet. So in Azure, guys, we like AWS, we are not supposed to directly attach. Understand? In Azure, NIC card is the interface between VMs. VM want to attach any NSG, VM want to attach any IP, VM want to create inside the subnet. First attach to NIC, NIC will be added to VM. Now here you can see VM, I'm adding a NIC card, right? This NIC, whatever attachments are there, all attachments apply for this VM. Clear na? So for example, so this is my VM and this is NIC card. So NIC card created first and attached many things to NIC cards, right? NSG, subnet, whatever, NSG, subnets, IP. Okay. Next, if you want to use, if VM wants to use this three, attach this NIC to VM. That's it. So network card means what? All networking attachments. You can add this card to VM. VM can use this and all, right? So now I'm attaching NIC card to VM. And my these attachments are not directly attaching to VM. These attachments are attaching to NIC card. So NIC will attach to VM. Next. So next, OS disk and source image reference. I'm taking Ubuntu server image. Okay. Yeah, AMI. Clear not till here? Okay. And going to provider TF. So we have to give here subscription ID. This is my subscription ID. Provider block inside we have to give which account you are going to create. Mention the subscription. Okay, let's understand. LS. You have to go Terraform. So .terraform created. So you can see Azure resource manager plugins install. So if it is AWS, you can see AWS here, right? So you can go and check here Terraform Azure repositories. Provider. So you can see Azure RM. AWS only, but Azure provider, Azure RM. Clear na? Version is 4.58.0 it is taking. Even this subscription is there now. This is not required, you can remove also. This subscription you can configure env variable also locally. You can call from there also. Otherwise you can, it is calling from the .azure also. So Terraform init is done, Terraform plan. State file terraform.tf state will create after apply. Yeah. You can see total 70 added. Now you can see VNet, secret group, subnet, and public IP will be created. and NSG will be created. NIC card will be created. So virtual machine will also created. Okay. Total 7. You can check total 7 resources also there here. Let's apply. VM name. I think it will get an error. I'm adding one more. Yeah. So names are important, unique here. And let's check VNet. I'm giving one more C, one more G, one more T. Hmm. Okay, let's apply. Okay, resources are creating now. Yeah, created, right? Let's go and check now. VNet, virtual networks. So created, see, East US, VNet. So you can check VM virtual machine also created. Yeah, running. Clear now? You can destroy also. Okay. So let's understand now load balancer auto scaling concept also. Okay. Oh, this is there now. Okay, I'll do one thing. So here, let's go to this repository. Hmm. Okay. So I'm creating a one file here. VMSS LB network main.tf ls. So Azure Terraform cd VMSS. Okay. So let me update a code here. Copy. Okay. So guys, here I'll show manually and the Terraform also. You may get some clarity. So subscription. Okay. So resource group, I'm calling data block here. Using data block, I'm calling resource group. Okay. So these two are the prerequisites. Okay. Now I'm creating a virtual network and I'm creating a subnet. Two subnets I'm creating. Why? Load balancer dedicated subnet required in Azure. So I'm creating a app gateway dedicated subnet. Let me write here. Dedicated subnet required for uh, yeah, app gateway. Okay. Okay. Same. This subnet for what? VMSS launch servers into this subnet. Clear na? But subnet is only one, but availability zones are multiple. Okay. Okay. Depends on region, guys. If you take East, most of the regions availability zones are there in Azure. Okay. So these two subnets clear, right? Why I'm creating. But in AWS, multiple subnets will come. AZ inside one, each subnet, each AZ one subnet it represents. But here, it's not like that. One subnet is enough for to deploy multiple VMs. Okay. Next, security group I'm creating here. You know the process. Attaching NSG to subnet. Okay. Now I'm creating public IP for what? Application gateway required one public IP, right? For external load balancer. If it is external load balance, if it is external facing. Okay. Next, scale set. Now here, VMSS creation process. So VMSS creation process, I'm creating location, resource group name, standard instances. How many instances? Two I'm giving are username and password. Disable password authentication false. Source image is what here I'm taking Ubuntu image, Ubuntu latest 22.4 LTS, OS disk, standard disk, network interface NIC card. I'm creating a one NIC card. IP is for internal only. So this NIC card subnet ID is this one. Okay. Next, application gateway process is what here. I'm creating application gateway. If you can go and check here. Application gateway. So application gateway creation process. So we have a basic, you can select here, name, app gateway name. You can give any name, region, you can select standard something. So here giving a minimum maximum instance count. And next is what? You can give network. Next is what? We have to give a IP, right? Front end, we need a IP. That's what I have already created one IP for app gateway. See, now I can add this resource to my app gateway. Now you can see application gateway. Yeah, application gateway configuring this subnet, right? Okay, this subnet inside only application gateway will be configured, and you can see application gateway public IP I'm attaching here. Clear na? I'm giving a backend pull access. Backend pull access is where next step. So okay, choose one IP here, or just I'm giving a private to go. Okay, something I'm creating. Okay, next is what? Backend. So we need to add a target group like AWS. So backend pull, you can give any backend pull. So what you need to select here? Targets. Your backend pull targets are what? Instance. Okay, you can select your VMs. If VM is not there, you can save. Later VMSs will create VM into this backend pull. Clear na? So yeah, backend pull name is backend pull only I'm giving. Next is what? Backend HTTP settings. Here only option is there. If you can select add. Next go configuration. So now here we have to create what? Rules, right? Routing rules. Routing rules also here only there. See, routing rules, basic listener. This rule redirecting into where? This backend pull. Using which type of settings? HTTP settings. Okay, listener is here. Now you can see if I create a routing rule name is you can give, for example, anything rule 1. So priority you can give 100 something. So this listener name test. So this listener is redirecting into front end IP 80 port. And next is this is redirecting into right side backend target is there na, this backend pull. Clear na? And backend settings, you have to create a backend settings. You can give something anything. So this backend settings is HTTP cookies based affinity real time out seconds something we can create here backend settings if you want. Otherwise keep as is. See? These are the backend settings and listeners and routing rule. If this listener go to this TZ, I mean backend pull. Clear na? If you want to add multiple rules, you can add multiple rules also like path based routing and all. Next is what? Auto scale. VMSS. So virtual machine scale set creation process. First I'm creating here auto scaling set. Minimum is what? 1. Maximum is 5. Default is 1. So you can see here VMSS. Now you can see disks networking. Yeah, here networking I'm selecting a one VNet, one subnet, and one NIC card, right? 3 total. And next is what? Management, health. Okay, let's check here. And after that, scaling is required, right? Let's go to the previous auto scaling, configure scaling. So here I'm you can add a different scaling condition also. You can delete existing one or modify existing one also. So here I'm giving desired minimum maximum. See, desired, minimum, maximum. Next is what? Triggers. If CPU is 80, so you can see metric triggers, threshold 70. So average load if greater than, if 70% greater than, so scale action is what? Increase. Next is what? Again, one more trigger. This trigger is what? Less than. If 30% is below, scale uh, decrease. Clear na? So these two scale actions, same like a manual process. You can see manual also. You can see scale in process, scale out process. So that's what here we are adding a scale and scale out. Clear na? Yeah. Now you can see here. So this is output block to give your application gateway URL. Okay. Terraform. Please refresh. Okay. So 97 subscription ID. Hmm? Control C. Okay. So resource group, I think correct. The client with Project Trinity does not have authentication to perform AWS. I'm instead of main.tf. Let me log in. AZ login. Use this coda. What is the command? Maybe this. Okay, no problem. Let's check it. Use this code. Yeah, use device code. Take this one. Copy. 9DA3. Yeah. Nine 9738 correct. Okay. Provider block. Subscription ID. Okay, let's add this one. Resource provider registration not required. Okay. Let's go and check now. Virtual missions. VMSS. Okay. It's creating out of 4. So you can do one thing, but Pluralsight is not accepting. That's what I'm adding like this. You can do one thing. If you create a custom image, so you can change the custom image here, shared image. So if you can give your image name and version, so VMSS will take custom AMI, simple custom AMI. But here I'm taking existing, I mean, new AMI, no custom AMI. Nothing is running inside. So I'm taking directly new AMI. The reason custom AMI policy not accepting Pluralsight. So just you can change the AMI. First we can build a AMI and give a AMI here, custom AMI. So that VMSS will create a existing AMI resources. This block only. You can add data block. You can remove this block. Creating VM, you can add image here, data block using that. That's it. Let's check it. Succeeded. You can go and check. VMSS. Wait for some time. It has to be create a service server, right? Z state. Out of 2 instances are running. So click on it. Clear now? So this is decide point. Okay, two servers immediately creating. Now based on the load, scale out, scale in process, it will. Okay. Go to application gateway. So this is application gateway. So this application gateway, the important thing is backend. Yeah, this application gateway important is backend pool. So this backend pool, you need to check this is redirecting into which role? Listener. So my backend pool, nothing is there, right? I haven't given anything selected, right? So that's what it is not taking. Now what you need to do in this code, so you have to create, let's go to here. So VM scale set I'm creating, right? In creating time, you can see here, application gateway. Yeah, backend pool name I have given directly backend pool here, right? So, but VMS is inside. See, VMS is inside. If you observe, I'm not calling anywhere AP application gateway. Understanding or not? So that's what your application gateway not registered any VM. But manually, you can add some implements on this block. For example, you can implement this block. This is only creating VMS, but servers are creating only subnets only, but not registered into app gateway backend pool, right? So you can give like that also. My application gateway, newly created VMs into backend pool. So yeah, you need to add this block. Okay, if you add this block, your VMS is, it will be create the servers into this subnet inside and associate with this application gateway. So that application gateway already configured, right? That is going to be redirected and request into this VMSS. That's it. Like this. This is only we need to update. This is only missing. Trigger is okay. And we can add only this part. But this is not giving scale and scale out option. Network interface only you can add. 1, 2, 3 till here. Copy. So VMS is okay. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay. Action, scale of action, metric trigger. You can integrate directly AI integration here also. So, okay, haven't configured any agent here. That's what. Let's take this one and Control X. Arrange properly. Okay, this is different resource block, not in same resource block. That's what the issue. Clear now? So I'm adding actually this virtual machine scale set into monitoring part. That's what the error is. Okay. So you can practice this one today. Complete VMSS and load balancer networking area also. Okay. Thank you. Let me add this directly here. VMSS LB app gateway network. So main.tf. Commit the changes. So here you can see you can practice custom network, this one only. This one, if you want to practice in this main.tf inside, you need to add existing image so that VMSS will call existing application VMs. But plural set not accepting, that's what I'm unable to do it. Anyway. Okay. So this two you can practice and let me know. Okay. Thank you. So next class will be on Monday. Hmm? Huh? Huh? In Republic Day. What you guys do here Republic Day? Huh? Huh? Republic Day. What you can do? You want holiday on Monday? I'll give. We don't have much content to discuss also. Your wish. Require a holiday online team. Republic Day require a holiday so that I'll give. So RDS, Azure database need to discuss. Azure IAM need to discuss. Storage account need to discuss. Data S3 bucket alternate equivalent. Mm. Huh? We can take guys Monday. Again GCP also there, right? Okay, thank you. Bye.